Here is your latest African news. Ethiopia. Ethiopia's Abiy Ahmed calls on the TPLF rebels to surrender. Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed urged TPLF rebels to surrender, claiming government forces were nearing victory just 1 week after he vowed to lead military operations at the front. The footage was the latest in a series of clips showing Abiy in uniform with soldiers in what appeared to be the northeastern region of Afar. The region has been the site of fierce fighting in the recent weeks as the TPLF rebel group tries to seize control of a critical highway that supplies the capital Addis Ababa. The army now controls the lowland Afar town of Shifra, and Abiy said that such gains would be replicated to the west in the Amhara region. The announcement last week that Abiy, a former lieutenant colonel in the military, would head to the battlefield came after the TPLF claimed to control Shewa Robit, a town 220 kilometers or 135 miles northeast of Addis Ababa by road. South Africa. The Omicron variant was present in Europe before South Africa reported first cases. The Omicron coronavirus variant was present in Europe before the first cases were reported in South Africa, new data from Netherlands showed. As we recently stated in our latest episode of Africa in the News, the week since the new coronavirus strain was reported to the World Health Organization by South Africa, dozens of Western countries around the world have responded with racist travel bans targeting Southern African nations, but the World Health Organization warned yesterday as Canada expanded its restrictions to also include Egypt and Nigeria that blanket travel bans risked doing more harm than good, and the likely futility of broad travel restrictions were underscored as Dutch authorities reported that Omicron was present in the country before South Africa officially reported its first cases on November 25th. The new variant, whose high number of mutations the World Health Organization believes may make it more transmissible or resistant to vaccines, was found in 2 Dutch test samples from November 19th and November 23rd, with one having no travel history. Uganda. Government dismisses reports that Uganda could lose Entebbe International Airport to China. Ugandan officials are rejecting reports that China could take control of the country's only international airport because of a failure to honor a loan agreement. China's embassy in Uganda also dismissed the report, but analysts note the loan deal could be a problem if Uganda ever has trouble paying it back. Local media reports had indicated that Uganda risked losing its only international airport to China over a $200 million loan to expand the facility. According to documents shared with local media, China rejected Uganda's request to renegotiate some clauses in the 2015 loan deal. This included a clause that required Uganda's Civil Aviation Authority to set up an escrow account to hold all of its revenues. Under the clause, the revenue in this account cannot be spent by the Aviation Authority without approval from Beijing. Africa-wide. Nairobi ranked best city in Africa, 12th globally. Kenya's capital city Nairobi has been ranked as the best city to work in on the continent, jumping 50 places from last year due to ease of settling and finding houses. The new ranking shows Nairobi also ranks 12th out of 57 cities surveyed in the world, an improvement from 62 out of 66 in 2020. Nairobi beat other African cities like Cape Town, Cairo, and Johannesburg. The survey, carried out by a local network of immigrants internations, shows the foreigners picked the city due to ease in getting settled at 4th position globally after Malaga, Mexico City, and Kuala Lumpur, based on friendliness of locals, feeling welcomed, and local language. The city was also ranked 6th globally in the Finance and Housing Index based on overall satisfaction with their financial situation, disposable income and affordability, and ease of finding houses. The latest survey analyzed 5 areas of foreign life quality of urban towns getting settled: work-life balance, finance, housing, and cost of living, to reveal the likely city of choice for immigrants to move to in 2022. Kenya. Kenya President makes plea against COVID travel bans. Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta has asked countries around the globe not to lock Africa out of international travel on account of the new Omicron variant of COVID-19. The US, UK, Israel, and the 27 member states of the European Union are among those who've enforced travel bans, mostly targeted at Southern African countries. South Africa announced discovery of the new highly infectious virus strain last week, although it originated across Europe, and Dutch authorities now believe it was already present in their country when South Africa first alerted the World Health Organization. He said African countries had made great progress in tackling coronavirus since it was first detected, and added the new Omicron variant will not be defeated by locking off or shutting down the continent. Senegal. The Senegal President opposes halting financing of fossil fuel extraction. Senegal's President Macky Sall has firmly opposed ending financing for fossil fuel extraction, saying the move will deal a fatal blow to economies like the West African country. A small group of countries including the US and France agreed at the 26th session of the Conference of Party Climate Summit to end financing for overseas unabated fossil fuels, those without associated carbon capture technology, by the end of 2022. The final declaration of the 26th session of the Conference of Party also said countries would accelerate efforts towards phasing out of unabated coal power and efficient fossil fuel subsidies. Such moves do not take into account that gas is also above all clean energy, the president added. Blocking financing for the gas sector would add a great economic injustice in Africa. Senegal hopes that gas and oil deposits discovered off its Atlantic coast in recent years would lift its fortunes, aiming to pump the first barrels within 3 years. Diaspora. Barbados declares Rihanna a national hero. Rihanna has been declared a national hero of Barbados as the country celebrates its transition to an independent republic. Rihanna is Barbados' most famous citizen and in 2018 was appointed as an official ambassador for culture and youth. She has never softened her Bajan accent, and her music, while tapping into pop, R&B, and dance music, has remained connected to her Caribbean heritage. Barbados recently left colonial history behind and becomes a republic. As well as continuing to make music, Rihanna has enjoyed a highly successful business career with her Fenty group of companies. In August, Forbes estimated she was worth $1.7 billion, about $1.4 billion of which comes from the value of her cosmetic company Fenty Beauty, a partnership with a French fashion giant. Rihanna joins a select group of 10 other citizens of Barbados, including Garfield Sobers, regarded as one of the greatest cricketers of all time and the only other living national hero. Thanks for watching. Visit our YouTube channel Tunacheki to watch our daily news reports and our website tunacheki.tv for all the latest news updates. Also, don't forget to catch the return of our show Africa in the News on our channel. You can directly support this new series by becoming our YouTube member or becoming a Patreon. And remember, Africa is watching.